I am by no means a fan of Grace Randolph. She has always rubbed me the wrong way, but I know a lot of people in my circles that are fans of her. But thankfully, we are at a point where more and more people are starting to wake up to see who Grace Randolph really is, which is she is nothing more than a Hollywood pawn. That is all that she is, and more people are starting to wake up to see that. But in this video, we have some very insane stuff to talk about because Grace Randolph has launched some very serious and defamatory accusations against Gina Carano, and some of the things that she says here are absolutely insane. I haven't seen such insane things said about Gina Carano in a very long time, but of course Grace Randolph has continued to believe and buy into a lot of the lies and the false narratives that are out there that are coming from places like Hollywood and the mainstream media, which just goes to show that that is all that she is a pawn. So let's go ahead and get into this and see what this is all about. So this is the tweet that she decided to put out, and this is in response to a lot of the controversies that are going on right now with Moses Ingram, who is in the new Obi-Wan show. Now, of course, once again, we all know how this song and dance goes. Basically, what happened was Star Wars put this black character into their series, the Obi-Wan series, and a lot of people have a lot of criticisms about her, about the show in general. A lot of criticisms about the show, but also with her as a character, and a lot of those are stemming from people that can just see and sense that she doesn't really have a place, that she is just kind of there to fill a certain diversity quota or whatever else, which is sad to say, but that is exactly what it is. And now we're at a point, and once again, this is exactly what a lot of these companies continue to do. They put these diversity hires into their shows in order to use them as scapegoats for when actual criticisms about the show come their way, or criticisms about the character development. And so then they can point at their black character and be like, oh, well, you don't like the show because you're obviously racist. And that is exactly what Grace Randolph was doing here. So this is what she decided to say. Yes, you can critique Star Wars actors and characters. No, race and gender are not valid criticisms, and under no circumstances should you harass any talent in front of or behind the camera. I hope Moses Ingram stays on social media. She's badass and is great on Obi-Wan. And of course, this all stems from Moses Ingram playing the victim. She posts like 4 or 5 DMs or something that were sent to her by people that were saying nasty things about her on social media, which, I could totally condemn those things, obviously, because the things that they were saying were pretty terrible. But I mean, everyone who's a public figure deals with that on social media. Moses Ingram isn't anything special when it comes to that. I deal with it myself. There are many Instagram messages that have been sent to me by people that are, wishing death upon me, that are, wanting me to, just saying some very disgusting, horrible things about me. And I just, okay, so like 3 or 4 people have said terrible things about me on social media. Okay. And what are you trying to accomplish here? So anyway, so this person responded with this, and this is a great response. Unless you're Gina Carano, I guess, which is exactly what is going on here. So Disney has continued to do this thing where they say things like, oh, we believe all women. We want to give women their voices and their spaces and everything else. Unless you say something that goes against the narrative, then we are going to fire you, which is what happened with Gina Carano. So Mr. Man brings up a great point here, unless you're Gina Carano, I guess. And then Grace Randolph responds and says, Gina Carano made anti-Semitic and anti-trans statements repeatedly, which is verifiably false. So she got absolutely destroyed for tweeting this. As you can see here, she got ratioed like crazy. So she has 2,200 comments versus 200 likes. So she got absolutely obliterated with this tweet, which she deserves. She absolutely deserves, because it is based on lies only, and nothing about this is true. So we have a lot of people here who are, coming to the defense of Gina Carano, because a lot of people see the injustices that happen with Gina Carano, and they aren't going to allow that to continue to be a lie that is pushed out there. So we have Tug saying she absolutely did not. We have people like, Master of the TDS and the Writing Raven coming to her defense, and they are Jews. We have Quarter Black Garrett. We have so many people that are coming to her defense to back her up on this, back Gina Carano up on this, and she deserves all of that support. So, just to kind of give a little bit of a run through what Gina Carano actually said that Grace Randolph has completely foolishly bought into as truth, which isn't truth at all. So there's like the whole thing with Gina Carano putting boop, bop, and beep in her handle, which is not which wasn't directed at at trans people. It wasn't an anti-trans thing that she was doing. The reason why she was doing that was because people were trying to force her into putting her pronouns in her bio, and she wasn't going to have that. I respect that. Those are two very separate things that are going on there. Two very separate issues. Gina Carano wasn't doing that to bully trans people. That's such a ridiculous thing to come to. That's such a ridiculous conclusion. And then there was this whole thing where she was basically, Carano would eventually be fired by Lucasfilm and the Walt Disney Company after she posted a photo warning of the dangers of hating your neighbor to her Instagram stories. But what she's saying here is, true. And not only that, but after she got fired, like the most popular Jew in the country, Ben Shapiro, who is a very devout Orthodox Jew, basically hired her on the spot. So, Grace Randolph, basically speaking on behalf of Jewish people and trans people and black people and everything else, is exactly what Hollywood continues to do. Grace Randolph thinks that she can speak for all these people. She's nothing more than a white Karen. That is all that she is, okay? And she is nothing more than a Hollywood pawn. So with all of that being said, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about what Grace Randolph has to say about Gina Carano? It is all lies, and this is all stuff. There's so much proof out there that shows that it is lies. It's ridiculous. So hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.